Hi, everyone. Welcome back to yoga this morning, or whatever time you're chiming in on. Go ahead and grab any props you guys think you would like for practice today. Water, any support if you think you would like a block, pillow, or blanket, especially for the end for Shavasana. We are going to be having some good movement this morning, just so you're mentally prepared. And we'll go ahead and get started. Let's begin just by finding ourselves as always in that most comfortable seated position. Just allow yourself to sit up nice and tall, giving yourself space, creating space. Just meet yourself here in the now. As you allow the eyes to close, feel the crown of the head reach upwards. Tailbone lengthens down, anchoring you into the earth. Feel the chest open, shoulder blades together behind you. Just settle and nestle into the seated posture. Feel what it's like to be here. Feel what it's like to welcome to yourself to presence. Begin gently to deepen your breath now. As you deepen the breath, connect with that dirga breathing, that three-part breathing. Every inhale, the belly expands, then the rib cage, then the chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Continue, inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Keep going with that dirga breath. Just beginning to welcome yourself to this space. And as you move with this dirga breath, this three-part breath, welcome yourself to the now. And thank yourself for showing up, for meeting on your mat. Find your intention for your practice. Just inviting a few moments of silence, moments of stillness with intention. And together, we'll take a deep breath in. Let's sigh it out. Do that one more time, breathe in. And sigh it out. And if it resonates, let's initiate our practice with one deep collective Om, this time breathing in. Releasing those hands down towards your knees, roll the shoulders up, back and down, and do that a few rounds here. Really exaggerate that movement. Like you're scratching up the shoulders, giving yourself almost a little awkward self-massage. Good. One more full shoulder shrug. Releasing the shoulders down, invite circles into the head and the neck now in one direction. And really link your movement with breath. Inhale, open up through the throat. And exhale, bring that chin towards the chest. The next time you exhale, chin to chest, shift your circles into the opposite direction. And just truly allow this movement to be of service to you, whether you're just waking up, whether it's the middle of the day, and you've acquired that tech neck and slouching, or you're just tight and you hold tension there. Let this be of service to you. Final 2 rounds, moving with breath. Coming back to center. Inhale, arms swoop out and up. Deep breath in. As you exhale, release the right palm down towards the right and tilt in that direction. Stay even on both sit bones here. Shoulders, tongue, jaw relax. Come back to that fullness of breath. All right. And feeling the left side of the body, long chest open. As you exhale, we're going to create a little corkscrew movement here. Exhale, gently twist the torso so that it faces the earth. And then inhale, gently swivel it open again. Exhale, we're going to swivel it shut. Inhale, swivel it open. Exhale, so we begin to feel a little bit of almost an oblique crunch here. And exhale again. Inhaling. Exhale one more time, breathing in. Exhale, pause here. We're going to take movement into that left arm now. Circle it forward and down as you breathe out. Inhale, it opens out and up. Exhale, forward and down. Grace the ground with your fingertips. Inhale, reaching it back, out and up. Just 2 more, keeping that spine long, so don't begin to slouch here. 1 more rotation with that arm. Reach it forward. Inhale, open that chest again. Engage your core and rise up all the way. As we exhale, fold forward. Release that chest down to the ground. And just feel that release through the hips, the back. I personally like to cup my palms here, creating spider hands. So the palms are cupped and they're up on the fingertips. And invites a nice little stretch through the underarm. And flattening the palms back out, lift just that chest up and forward, breathe in. Exhale, lower the chest again, round your spine and roll it up 1 vertebra at a time. Arms swooping out and up when we arrive. Good. Palms touch, engage the core, switch the cross of your legs to even out those hips. And then allow that left palm to release down to the left as we tilt over in that direction. Remember to relax the shoulders. Both sit bones even. Find your breath here. Always returning to that connection of breath. And then creating that little corkscrew movement that we had earlier, breathing in. As you exhale, gentle, subtle twist towards the left, closing off the chest. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling, open it up. Exhaling, corkscrewing. Inhale. Exhale, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, pausing here, keeping that spine long. We're going to begin to create those circles with the arm now, reaching it forward. Exhale, reach it down, back and out, reaching up, inhale. Exhale, the arm comes forward, down and back. Inhale, we reach it up and forward. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, final little circle, breathe it in. Exhale, pausing here, reaching forward. Open up the chest, breathe in. Use those obliques, rise back up. And as you exhale, release the chest down towards the ground in front of you. Find a few deep breaths here again. Feeling that release, noticing how the arms and shoulders slowly begin to awaken. Begin to round your spine now and roll it up one vertebra at a time. Arms reach out and up once again. Good. As you exhale, arms reach forward in front of you. Let the palms face up. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders. Inhale, open the shoulders, lift the chest so the elbows open wide. And then exhale, bring the elbows towards one another around your spine. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, breathe it in. And exhale. Inhale back to neutral spine. Release those arms out. Deep breath in. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Exhale, side out. Slowly, let's shift forward to our tabletop position. Coming onto the hands and knees. Shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees here. Breathe in. We'll come into cat-cows. Soften the belly. Lift the chest and gaze. Exhale, lead the movement with your tailbone round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, we soften that belly, lifting up. And exhale, round. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Inhale, coming back to neutral spine. Begin to shift the chest forward slightly. Elbows hugging towards the body. Keep the chest reaching forward as you begin to engage the core. Deep breath in. Slowly begin to lower the chest towards the ground. Bend the elbows 90 degrees. Exhale, press yourself back up and back to our child's pose, taking the hips towards the heels. Inhale, we're going to rise straight back up, reaching forward, lowering the chest towards the ground. Exhale, pressing it up and back to child's pose. Inhale, rise up. Bring it forward, elbows hug in, chest lowered towards the ground. Press it back up and back. One more time. Inhale, bringing it forward. Elbows hug in, chest towards the ground. Press it up and back. Pause in child's pose. Balasana. Deep breath in. And out. Beautiful. One more breath. Let it go. Good. Slowly rise up, tabletop position. Step your palms, one gentle handprint in front. Begin to tuck your toes behind you. Press the chest back. Engage that core as you slowly lift your hips up towards the sky, coming into that downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other, moving through the legs, allowing them to awaken. Come to stillness here and gently sway your hips from side to side. Come to absolute stillness, engaging that core. Deep breath in. And exhale, shift that body forward to high plank, shoulders above the wrist. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, take it straight back again, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift it forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, feeling the entire body now awaken together. Breathing in, shifting forward. And exhale, downward facing dog, final round. Deep breath in, we shift forward, high plank. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze between those hands. And exhale, walk your feet up to your forward fold at the front of the mat. Once you're there, go ahead and draw some circles with the wrists for a moment. Just release any tension, that weight bearing may have created. And then interlace your hands together behind the back. This is where a strap or a pillowcase or a scarf, a belt comes in handy. Interlace the hands together behind you, press the arms away from the body. So gravity is your friend here. Shake the head yes as you completely relax the head and the neck. Shake the head no. Good. Invite a deep bend in your knees as you sink the hips, pausing here. And then straighten the legs as much as the body allows, folding forward as much as the body allows. And then again, we're going to bend the knees, sink the hips, just pausing here. And then straighten the legs and fold forward as much as you can. Slowly release the arms down, let them float back down towards the earth. Core re-engages, hands slide up the legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Chest reaches forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up halfway. Pausing here, arms reach out to a T, out wide to the side. And then breathe in, we'll rise up with that strength. Arms reaching upwards towards that beautiful sky. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. I apologize, but I always get my head cut off here. Take a deep breath in now, arms reach out and up. Exhale, lead with that chest, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Good. Exhale, our palms are going to come down to the earth, step it back, high plank. Good. In this high plank, lower just the right knee down. And then lift it up. Lower just the left knee down. Lift it up. Do that 3 more times on each side, keeping that core nice and strong. So we activate those deeper transverse abdominal muscles. Very important stabilizing muscles. Notice where the breath is. Final little round if you're not complete yet. Good. Pause, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, reach that right leg up towards the sky. Let yourself bend the knee, gently fan the hip open. Option to come down to the left forearm. Draw a circle with that right hip. Make sure you go in both directions. Good. If you came down onto the left forearm, press back into the palm. Level your hips back out. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that right foot forward, right in between the hands. Release that left knee down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift that chest. Feel it reaching forward. Breathe in. Those arms will reach out and up. Relax the shoulder. Breathe in here. Make sure we don't sink into the low back nor into the hips. We stay alive and active in the legs and core, protecting the body as we connect again to that full breath cycle. One more full breath here in stillness. And begin to bring that right hand to the right hip. We're going to tilt over to the right now, deepening that left side body stretch. So you should really feel it down the left side body into that hip flexor, that psoas area. Shoulders relax. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, release those hands down towards the earth. Tuck those back toes. Lift that back knee. Reach forward with the chest here. This is a great place to have any props beneath the hands if you need help reaching the ground. Good. One deep breath in. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg. Good. Keep that chest reaching forward. And then fold over that front leg so we get a good hamstring awakening there. One more breath. Bend back into that front knee, arms reach forward in front of you, hover above that front thigh. And then inhale, rise all the way up, resting in this high crescent lunge. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And again. And out. Final full breath in. Release those hands down to the ground. Step it back, high plank. Your knees can be up or down depending on your practice. Lower the chest towards the ground for Vinyasa. Inhale, slither the body forward into your cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, take it back and up to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, extend that left leg up towards the sky. You may choose to come down onto that right forearm. Bend the left knee, stand the hip open. Find a circle in one direction with the hip, and then in the opposite direction. Press back up into that right palm if you took that variation. Level off those hips, breathe in. And then exhale, step that left foot forward in between the hands. Manually adjust however you need to. Release that right knee down, untuck the toes. Lifting through that chest, breathe in as the arms reach up. Shoulders relax. Feeling the breath. As always, I shift my angles around for you guys to get different visuals if you need it. Slowly begin bringing that left hand to the left hip. Tilt over to the left now. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Feel into the right side body. Hip flexor. Feel that breath. Good. Slowly breathe in, rise back up. Exhale, release those hands down to the ground. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Good. Feel that chest reaching forward, deep inhale. And then exhale, straighten that front leg. Keep reaching forward with that chest. Both hips are square to the front of your mat. And then exhale, fold over that left leg. Just observing that hamstring here on this side. Breath is full and steady. And then gently breathe in, bend into that front knee, chest reaches forward, arms reach forward in front as we hover above that thigh. Deep breath in and out. And then inhale, rise up with control. High crescent lunge. Once again, reconnect, fullness of breath, and be fully aware. One final full breath in. Exhale, release those hands down to the ground, step it back, high plank, your version of Vinyasa, or go straight to downward dog or child's pose. Exhale, we lower chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale with the strength of the core and breath, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, gaze forward between the hands. Exhale, walk, jump, or step it forward to your forward fold. Breathe in, we will lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. From here, bend your knees, sink your hips, and come into that chair pose. Arms reaching up towards the sky, chest is lifted. Make sure you see all 10 toes if you look down. Feet are either together or hip width apart. We breathe here. And then inhale, straighten up all the way. As you exhale, bend the elbows 90 degrees, lift the chest. Inhale, re-lengthen upwards. And exhale, bring it all back down to heart center once again. Good. Inhale, back into that chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, palms to the ground. Step it back to your high plank once again. Knees up or down, lower chaturanga. Inhale into that upward facing dog or your cobra, low ribs on the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. From this high plank, lift that right leg. Good, we're gonna take 5 little pulses here, tapping the toes to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then keep that leg lifted, bend the right knee and step the right foot forward between the hands. All right, from here, slowly once again, lifting that chest, reaching it forward, press firmly into the left palm. As you exhale, find a twist, reaching that right arm up towards the sky. Feel the shoulder blades come together behind you. Right hip is slightly pressing back. Right knee hugging inwards towards that left shoulder. Feel the legs alive and strong, engaged. They are your foundation. And you breathe. One more breath. And slowly release that down. Good, slow and steady. We're gonna take the back foot, lift it off the ground as you fold forward towards that left leg. A little bit of a standing split. Deep breaths in and out. Deep breath in and out. Slowly bending that front knee, release the right toes back behind you again. Inhale, we're going to rise up yet again into that high crescent lunge. Good. So by now, those legs should be feeling a little warmed up and awakened, or a lot warmed up. Deep breath in and out. I'm breathing straight in that front knee, and then exhale, bend back into it. Inhale, we straighten, and exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, playing with your stability here one more time. And exhale, bend, release those hands down, step it back, high plank. Option to move through a vinyasa or go straight to your downward facing dog. Finding 3 breaths wherever you are. And when you're ready, shifting that body forward to high plank, lifting that left foot, we're gonna take those 5 little taps here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, bend the knee, gently step that left foot forward in between the hands. Chest reaches forward. Again, your blocks or props are great here. Press firmly into that right palm. As you exhale, extend that left arm upwards towards the sky, finding your twist on this side. Good. Full, steady breath. And observe how the entirety of the body works together. Exhale, release that hand down. Keep that chest reaching forward. Engage that back leg. As you exhale, lift that back leg off the mat, folding over your front leg. That funny little standing split pose again. Feel into the breathing. Step away from the reaction. And exhale, slowly bend that left knee, release the right foot straight back down behind you, lifting up, slow and steady. Inhale, rise up again to our high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana in Sanskrit. Creating that funny little dynamic movement with the front leg now. Breathe in, straighten. Exhale, bend back into the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend back. Inhale. Exhale, final 2. Beautiful. Pausing, breathing in stillness. And then exhale, release it down to the ground and step it back to your downward facing dog. We'll find a deep breath in here and out. Body shifts forward, high plank. Roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Press firmly into the right palm, shoulder above the wrist. Left foot can step out in front of you or step out behind you if you don't want to stack them for your side plank. Having that left leg in front or behind helps you with stability. It can also help if you lower that right knee down towards the earth. If a full side plank is a little too much for our bodies, always know that there are options. One final breath in. Release that left hand down, come back to plank. If you're craving that spice and movement, take that vinyasa or find yourself in your child's pose. Remember, wherever you are, follow the rhythm of your breath. No need to rush. We will all meet back in a child's pose. And when you're there, I want you to find 5 full, deep breaths. And slowly breathe in and rise. We'll return to that high plank, shoulders above the wrist. Roll onto the outer edge of that left foot. Begin to extend that right arm straight up towards the sky. Keep those hips pressing up towards the sky as much as you can, finding any variation with your legs for support that you may need. You'll see me almost dancing around here. I'm just visually showing you the variations. Final full breath in. Exhale, release that down, take it back again, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, widen your feet, the stance of your mat. Point the toes out and the heels in. Walk your hands back, crawling towards your legs. I'm going to position myself differently for you to see. Once you're at the back of your mat, bend your knees, sink your hips fully as close to the ground as the body allows. So we're in our yogic squat, also known as malasana. Good. Once you're here, right, and you could be up here, and that's perfectly fine. It's all about where our bodies are. It doesn't matter. Once you're here, bring those hands together to heart center. Feel that chest reaching forward and up, elbows inside of those legs pressing into the elbows and vice versa. Take a moment here, feel the opening of the legs, the hips. Reconnect with your breath if you lost it. One more inhale. And out. And coming back to dynamic movement now, activating the inner legs here. Press firmly into the heels and the big toes. As you exhale, allow yourself to press up and straighten the legs as the arms rocket upwards. Inhale, we'll slowly lower all the way back down. Exhale, we'll press it up. Arms reach up like a rocket. I'm sorry, I get cut off. Inhale, we'll lower down. Good, and continue this movement at your own pace. A good few breaths. Not rushing the movement. Being very mindful of our knees and our hips and our low back. But observe what energy gets created here. Notice every sensation that the body enters into. Catch yourself if you begin to rush or if you shift into autopilot. Just return to being the observer. Final 2 pulses if your body feels safe and if you haven't tired already. Good, and breathing in, lowering all the way down. Once you're there, those right fingertips release to the ground. Exhale, that left arm reaches out and up into a bit of a twist here. Returning to center. Exhale, left fingertips point outwards and down. That right arm reaches up. And coming back to center, reach those hands behind you. Tiptoe your feet back to hip width. Release the booty down to the ground. Good. From here, soles of the feet are hip width apart. Palms are flat behind us. Fingertips are either forward or off to the sides. The health of your wrists will determine that. Shoulder blades together. Chest reaches open. Deep inhale. Exhale, press into the feet and hands. Take your hips and lift them off the ground. You could be here, right? And that's perfect. So never worry about where the body is. Just allow it to be there and observe. Accept. Chin is either into the chest or the gaze reaches up. Please make sure you don't yank the head and neck back. Final breath in. Slowly lower all the way down. Keep that chest lifted. Arms reach out in front of us. As we lean back slightly, this could be plenty for some of us. Otherwise, let's take the feet and lift them off the ground, finding our boat pose, Navasana. You can reach for the hamstrings if added stability helps you, or keep the arms out in front. Find that breath, especially when effort comes in. What happens? What happens to our awareness? One more full breath in. Release the feet down, open the knees wide, soles of the feet come together. Lift the chest, breathe in. As you exhale, come forward slightly, doing your best to keep a flat back. Good, and slowly rise up. Bring those knees towards one another again. Hands reach behind us. Feet are back to hip width apart. We're coming back to that reverse tabletop. Keep a baby bend in your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, press into the feet and hands. Lift those hips off the ground. Good. If you're in here and you're like, Jenny, this is easy peasy, I need something a little extra, then see if you can keep the strength of legs and core and glutes and straighten the legs out in front of you. Please do not force this, okay? That will defeat the entire purpose of your practice. One more breath. Slowly, we will all lower down. Lift up through the chest, engage the core, arms reach out in front. Rise up again into that boat pose, your Navasana. Wiggle out your wrists while you're here if you feel that you need that. And if you find that you want some extra spice or movement, maybe you're moving through, I don't know, some crazy rapids in your boat and you have to paddle side to side here. So always find ways to explore in your practice. How do you make it your own? And through making it your own, can the presence remain? Can that steadiness of breath remain? One more breath in. I know it gets tough. Exhale, let us all lower down once again. Open the knees wide. Soles of the feet come together. And slowly lift the chest as you breathe out. Fold forward. Good. Rising back up. Cross your ankles. Bring your palms forward in front of you. Either hop or step it back to your tabletop position. From that tabletop position, bring yourself all the way down onto the belly and chest. Forehead will come to the ground as the arms reach back and by the sides, palms face in. Shoulder blades draw together. All 10 toenails are pressing against the earth. That pelvic bone, that pubic bone is also pressing against the earth. Engage the body. Breathe in. Exhale, lift just the chest and the head away from the earth. Everything is alive. Shoulder blades together. Face and chin parallel to the ground. We breathe steady. Exhale, lower the upper half down. And then go ahead and activate the legs, lifting just the legs off the ground. Legs are strong. Lower those legs down. Exhale, the upper half lift. Lower the upper half down, lifting just the legs. Lower the legs down together. Exhale, everything will lift. One more breath. Exhale, lower down. Make a pillow with those hands. You may bend the knees and windshield wiper side to side. And as you come to stillness, release the legs down. Just take one deep breath in. Sigh it out. Good. Coming back to center. We will rise onto our forearms here. Allow your forearms to be parallel to one another. Elbows are hugging in so they're not splayed out to the sides, right? They're hugging in, framing the body. Palms are flat. Notice that we're not sinking in our shoulders, so press the ground away as we lift the chest. Good. From here, bend that left knee, bring the foot towards the glute. Good. Stay pressing firmly into that right forearm and palm. Reach back with the left hand, grab a hold of that foot and just hug it in. So just give yourself a subtle little quad stretch here, baby little back bend, nothing major. And let that go. We'll come into the opposite side, press firmly into that left forearm. And I just want to show you another variation. If you found that uncomfortable, you can instead ignore my back body. I'll show you the forearm here. You can instead turn that forearm inward. See, so you create more of an L shape and it gives you better stability. So it all depends on where you are and what makes it more comfortable for you. Bend that right knee, reach back with the right hand, hug it in. Slowly let that go. Let's lower the chest down, press into the palms, rise up tabletop position, take it back, child's pose. Take your time, you did a lot with the back. So slowly move back into child's pose. Your choice if the knees are narrow, or you can take a wide-legged child's pose, opening the knees the width of the mat, bringing the big toes together behind you. Two more breaths here. Slowly from your tabletop position, rise up and just come straight back to seated. We'll keep it nice and simple here. Once you come to seated, take your legs straight in the mat in front of you. Good. Let those arms reach out and up, spine is long. Exhale, fold forward and over those legs. Beautiful. If you can reach your feet and toes, maybe give yourself a little foot massage. If you reach the calves or shins, give yourself a little calf and shin massage. Same with the thighs, wherever you are. Pull that belly in, begin to reach forward and rise up with control. Exhale, go ahead and bring those hands back to heart center. Beautifully done. Slowly bring the soles of the feet together, but keep the heels further away from the body. Knees are open wide. Lift up through the chest as we inhale, and exhale, round your spine, bringing that forehead center down towards the ground. So at this moment, we're creating space between the vertebrae, stretching out the muscles of the back of the body. And rounding that spine, roll it up one vertebra at a time. Beautiful. Draw those knees together. Slowly now, we're going to make our way down onto the back. Slow and steady. Allow yourself to gently come down. Take your time. If the spine begins to round or you feel that you're forcing anything, let it go. Once you're there, bring the knees, hug them in towards the chest, and just rock side to side a few breaths here. Just massaging that low back. Maybe you take itty bitty circles with the knees here. Good. Coming to stillness. Letting the feet fall to the ground. Reach the tailbone for the heels and just flatten the low back against the earth for a moment here. Just feel that release of any and all tension. Gently releasing out. Good. And then take that right leg, cross it over as a figure 4 on top of the left. Keep the right foot active and the right knee pressing away from the body. From here, if this is plenty of sensation for you, stay here. Otherwise, let's press firmly into that left foot using the strength of the legs and the glutes, not the low back. Press into the left foot and lift your hips away from the ground. Keep that right knee pointing towards the ground. Steady breath in, keeping the shoulders, neck, and jaw soft. Final breath. Gently releasing the hips down. Keep your figure 4 and lower the figure 4 down into a twist to the left side now. So the sole of the right foot and the outside of the left leg come down towards the left side. Arms can reach out to a T. Gaze in either direction. 3 deep breaths. Slowly come back to center. Unraveling that figure 4, we'll bring it over into the opposite side. That left leg crosses over now. Active foot, knee presses down, arms down by the sides, shoulder blades together. Remember, you can stay here. Otherwise, press firmly into the right foot. Utilize the strength of the legs and the glutes. Remember, don't put added strain to the low back. Press and lift the hips away from the earth. Upper body's relaxed to not create unnecessary tension. So always be aware. Notice, what am I doing within my body in this very moment? Is this of service to me? And then you reconnect with the breath. Slowly lower those hips down. Keep that figure four, just like the other side. Lower them down to the right side now into your twist. Arms can fall in any position that feels right. Gaze comes to either direction. And slowly coming back to center. Unraveling that figure four, legs hug in towards the belly. Reach the legs straight up towards the sky. Arms out to a T, palms to the ground. Engage that core, pull it up and in towards the spine. Slowly, we're going to lower the legs down all the way onto the ground, taking your time. Be sure not to overarch the low back, nor to stick the belly out. Keep it in and strong. Breathe fully until the legs slowly touch the ground. Once they're there, widen the legs and the feet gently wider than the hips. Toes and ankles roll outwards and open. Slide the arms down by the side. Palms face up, receiving energy mudra. Tailbone reaches for the heels. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Take a moment here and notice if you need or want any support beneath the knees, head, or neck. If that's the case, go ahead and grab that support. And once you're there, settling in, let's count backwards from 7 with our breath. 7, inhale. 7, exhale. 6, inhale. 6, exhale. 5, inhale. 5, exhale. 4, inhale. 4, exhale. 3, inhale. 3, exhale. 2, inhale. 2, exhale. 1, inhale. 1, exhale. Inhale all the way. Hold that inhale. Slowly exhale. Hold that exhale. Release all control of breath. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm. Let the body fully relax, softening down into the earth. I will read a poem by Dave Ursillo. It is called I Will Be Your Sun. You carry a whole world with you. A planet rests upon your shoulders. You may not see it, but I do. There is a universe within that you carry wherever you go, ecosystems of passion and romance, warring nations of worry and fear, a billion living ideas, stories, and experiences that make up an entire history named you. Wherever you go, I promise to be your sun. It's not that your life revolves around me. Think of it like this. Whenever you come to me, the light, I will do my best to be quiet and still and shine nothing but kindness and light upon you. Let everything relax now. As you allow the light to shine upon you as well as within you, drifting away on that inward journey. And different to many of our other classes, I'm going to allow you to lie here as long as you need, rising up whenever you're complete. Remember to give thanks for your practice, to dedicate it to all beings everywhere. Drift away now into silence, connecting to that inner world.